Hello, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. I hope you're well. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot, and this is your prediction, my moon babies, for March 2026. It is a collective general reading, so as the messages come through today, take what fits, leave what doesn't, because if it's not your message, it simply means it is meant for someone else. And be sure to check out your other placements. If you don't know what they are, in the description box is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. With all of that said, let's begin. Okay, tapping into the my chair is stuck. Okay. Tapping into the Scorpio collective. Maybe that's a sign. We'll see. Tapping into the Scorpio collective now for Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. What does Scorpio need to know for March 2026? What do they not see coming, or what do they need to prepare for the Scorpio collective? We're going to do one more shuffle here. Okay. Thank you. Make it good. In the heart of our spread, we have the Four of Wands. In the top row, we have the High Priestess. We have the Queen of Cups. And we have the Sun card. Flanking the Four of Wands is the Four of Cups. Two cards came out. I'm going to take them. Ace of Pentacles and the Hermit came out together. And then in the bottom row, we have the Wheel of Fortune. We have the Hanged Man. And we have the Eight of Swords. Bottom of the deck, sneak peek now into April. We have the Devil. We have the Two of Pentacles. And we have the Eight of Cups to the Tower, Ace of Cups to the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, we're going to clarify this now using the After Tarot deck. Images are different in this deck, as are the meanings, and we'll go through them as necessary for your reading. So for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements, let's clarify this for you. I want to make sure that you can see some of these cards. I have like this whole workspace area, but because of the camera angle, I'm stuck with this small little space, but it's okay. I want you to be able to see most of your cards. Okay, let's begin to clarify. For Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements for March 2026, we are clarifying the High Priestess, Queen of Cups, the Sun, Four of Cups, Four of Wands, combo Ace of Pentacles to the Hermit, Wheel of Fortune, the Hanged Man, and the Eight of Swords for the Scorpio collective. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The High Priestess is clarified by the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is clarified by the Tower. The Sun is clarified by the Hermit. The Four of Cups is clarified by the Chariot. The Four of Wands is clarified by the Star. The Ace of Pentacles to the Hermit is clarified by the Two of Pentacles. The Wheel of Fortune is clarified by the Queen of Pentacles. The Hanged Man is clarified by the Seven of Wands. And the Eight of Swords is clarified by the Three of Swords. Looking into April, the Hanged Man again shows themselves to the Two of Cups, to the Five of Cups, and that leaves Justice, the Magician, Nine of Swords, Two of Wands here at the bottom of the deck. This is going to be a very specific message, clearly a partnership-related reading for you. Once again here, I think only one of your readings recently was like about money or you working on your finances. This is a partnership-related reading. Whether that's professional, platonic, or romantic, I don't know. What I do know is your overall energy for the month of March 2026 is the Star to the Four of Wands. There's something here about you feeling very grounded. There's a lot of healing energy here. I think with the two Hermit cards on the table, it's possible that in the month of March, you're spending more time at home or not engaging with a lot of people. But I actually think you're doing it for all the right reasons. Like, I don't think you're doing it because you're trying to like ostracize people, or maybe you're agoraphobic and you don't want to deal with people. This seems to be like you are actually enjoying your time alone, or if you're not alone, even if you're coupled, you're enjoying your space. So maybe you're decluttering, or you're cleaning up, or you're getting organized. You could be like revamping things in the home, painting, those sorts of things. This is a very healing energy. It's solid and it's stable and it's happy and it's really nurturing and enjoying not just yourself, but particularly your residential space. Even if you live with someone or you rent, you know, maybe you're a roommate or something like that, even if it's just like your bedroom, but it's still like you're really enjoying your space and your solitude, whether you're single or partnered. I really like this for you. In the top row, we have the Queen of Cups to the High Priestess, the Tower to the Queen of Cups, and the Hermit to the Sun card. You have a connection here in your life. And for some of you, it's new. And for some of you, it's your existing connection. So you claim that how you want, because it's a general collective reading. But I see here that somewhere in the past, you had a Three of Swords moment. You were heartbroken. Your heart has been healing. It has been mending. In the After Tarot deck, the swords are out of the heart. And you have an offer or opportunity now from an individual to engage with them in a connection. And you seem to be undecided here about whether or not you want to do that. So if this is you and your current person and you're having issues, or maybe you're having an issue here in the month of March, there still is reconciliation on the table. And in that respect, you're moving forward with this person, even though you seem to be a bit hesitant in doing so. And if you are single, Scorpio, this is someone new now on your path. And although you are reluctant or hesitant to engage with them, that's precisely what you end up doing. So you can claim that person however you want. But High Priestess to the Queen of Cups, Tower to the Queen of Cups, and Hermit to the Sun card, there's like an offer or opportunity coming in to you as the Queen of Cups, whether you're masculine or feminine. And it's like you're trying to do some soul searching here. High Priestess to the Hermit. Like, would this be beneficial to me? Because the Queen of Cups is taking the lid off of the chalice, off of the Ace of Cups. So you're being presented here with something. I don't think you see it coming. And then you're like, I don't know. I have to think about it. I don't know if this is in my best interest. Because I'm enjoying myself and my space. I just heard hearth. I don't know who uses that word anymore. Home and hearth. You're enjoying your home and hearth. Yeah, that Four of Cups is like, I don't know if I want to accept this Ace of Cups. But then you end up moving forward on it. Let's clarify this more. Clarify the High Priestess energy there. It's like you're using your intuition when it comes to this offer or opportunity. So tell me more about this. One more shuffle. Thank you. You have the World card and you have the Knight of Cups. And then you have the Magician. At the bottom of the deck, you have the Moon. You don't see this coming. Clarify the Queen of Cups now. So again, you can claim this how you want. You just ended a cycle with your person and they're coming in with an apology. You've been manifesting the apology. Now the apology is presented to you, or the offer to be in connection with you is here. And you're going to do some soul searching to decide whether or not you want to accept their apology. And for others of you, this is someone new. You've had a cycle or chapter here close out with someone else with the World card. And now you have someone new here coming in. I'm not going to clarify well, I should clarify the Queen of Cups because that's you whether you're masculine or feminine. So tell me more about Scorpio's energy when that Knight comes in. Two of Swords, but in the After Tarot deck, there's no decision here to be made. Interesting. Ace of Cups and the King of Wands. Could be a fire sign that's offering this to you. Bottom of deck, again, High Priestess to the High Priestess. So you have someone, even if they're not a fire sign, they are initiating this. They are coming towards you. They have no reservation about this, and they're offering you this Ace of Cups. Again, it either is an apology or it's an expression of emotion towards you or how they feel about you. If you're going through an issue with your person, it could be reconciliation. If this is a new person, they're asking you out on a date or showing interest in you. But, I mean, it's emotional interest. It's not like, hey, you just want to grab a pizza. Like, it's not, you know, it's not that casual when you see the King of Wands to the Ace of Cups. And then we have here the Moon card. So Queen of Cups to the Tower. This kind of catches you off guard a bit. If it's a past person, if it's your current person, if it's a new person, it kind of catches you off guard. And then that Hermit to the Sun card is like, would this make me happy? Actually, the Sun card is 10 of Cups and 10 of Pentacles. So you being there in the Hermit energy is actually you wondering, if I move forward with this offer or opportunity, would this make me emotionally happy for the long run? Not for a short, temporary, quick fix. Because again, 10 of Cups and 10 of Pentacles. So would this make me happy in the long run or for a long time? Four of Cups. Why are you sitting here in the Four of Cups? It's like you're reluctant to accept it. Maybe you're not trusting this person if this is a current or a past person. Tell me about that Four of Cups. One more shuffle. Thank you. The Four of Cups is being clarified by the King of Cups, the Knight of Swords, and the Nine of Cups. Bottom of the deck, we have the Hierophant. So you came up here in masculine energy here. You received this communication, or again, offer opportunity, and you're not sure at this point in time when you're receiving it, will this really make me happy? Again, we go back to, it's like you're evaluating this internally to you. So maybe in the past, I'm speaking to a Scorpio where if someone asked you out on a date, you'd be quick to be like, yep, what time you picking me up? Or what time am I picking you up? You know, if it's your current person, you've been having issues and they come in with an apology, you'd be quick to say, I love you unconditionally. Of course, I accept you, you know, or you have a past person come back around and you're like, yep, why not? This isn't what I'm sensing here. So whether it's past, current, or new, when that king or queen, I don't read body parts, comes in with that ace of cups, either way, you're like, I don't know if this will make me happy. I don't know if I should move forward with this, or I don't know if I trust you. So you're not moving as quickly as maybe you would have in the past. One more shuffle. Thank you. We have the World card, shows itself again, 2 different decks, the Four of Swords and the King of Pentacles, bottom of the deck, 6 of Pentacles. Yeah, look, if you're a single Scorpio and you had a relationship end and you have a past person coming back around, you're not sure if you want to invest in a connection. If this is your current person and you're having issues and they're offering you an apology, you're not so quick to accept the apology. I don't think you're breaking up with them. I just don't think you're quick to accept the apology. If this is a new person, you're reluctant because of what you've gone through in the past. So I'm definitely speaking to a group of Scorpios or Scorpio placements that when that offer comes in, I'll call it an offer of affection, you're not as quick. You're moving here in Pentacle energy. You're not as quick to give to this as maybe you would have been in the past. Interesting. Tell me more about the Ace of Pentacles here. Because again, that ace comes in. We see you in hermit mode again, and that's clarified by the Two of Pentacles. So it looks like you are making a decision because in the After Tarot deck, this individual has made a decision. Their back is to us. So they're moving in the direction of their decision. I was going to say, tell me more about the Ace of Pentacles. I got the Six of Swords, and I got the Page of Pentacles, and I got the Knight of Pentacles. So the Knight of Pentacles delivers the Ace of Pentacles, and so is the Page. So you have the messenger, and you have the message, and you have the offering. And now you get to make a choice if you want a Six of Swords, move forward with it. Bottom of the deck, Nine of Pentacles. So clarify the Two of Pentacles, and don't allow Tarot to tell you what to do. You do what is best for you. But energetically, since this is a predictive reading, let's see what most of you will do with this. Thank you. We have Empress at the bottom of the deck. We have the Knight of Wands, we have the Five of Wands, and we have the Three of Wands. You end up moving forward with it. You end up accepting it. So if this person's asking you out on a date, even though you're pausing, you're not immediately saying yes in that moment. You do end up getting back to them and saying yes. If it's your current person and something happens here, I'm going to clarify that Tower. Now that I'm looking at it, I probably should clarify that Tower. And they come in with an apology. You're not accepting the apology in that moment. You might make them wait a few days, but then it looks like you do end up accepting the apology. If it's a past person coming back around, you may not want to hear this, but most of you are going to end up saying yes. Now, keep in mind, for about a week and a half of March, we are Mercury retrograde. So maybe that's your hesitation, whether it's a past, current, or new. You're like, well, because whenever I see Mercury retrograde starts with RE. And I always say we have to practice the REs during the retrograde. So this seems to be like a review, which I like because, again, you're not moving head first into the connection or into the offer or into the apology. So regardless of who this person is, you seem to be waiting a couple of days before you get back to them and you say, yes, I'll go out on a date with you, or yes, I accept your apology. You know what I mean? There's a delay here, but forward movement, I mean, you're going. We have the Knight of Wands, the Five of Wands in the After Tarot deck. There is no discord. You're not confused. There is no arguing. And you're deciding to move forward. Three of Wands, that is astrologically the Sun in Aries. So you are moving forward with whomever this individual is. You just seem to be making them wait a little bit. Wheel of Fortune to the Queen of Pentacles. I'm going to clarify that Tower last. I feel like that's going to wrap up the reading here. Clarify that Wheel of Fortune to the Queen of Pentacles. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Wheel of Fortune is clarified by the Queen of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Eight of Wands. Bottom of the deck, King of Pentacles. Clarify the Queen of Pentacles. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Queen of Pentacles is clarified by Seven of Cups. We go right back to the Sun card and the King of Swords, bottom of the deck, Page of Wands. I do think that you end up deciding to at least try to nourish this, or nurture, I should say, this connection with this individual. You do end up moving forward. So you are accepting the offer or the opportunity, like I said, the date, the offer for reconciliation, or the apology from this person. Because in the After Tarot deck, the Seven of Cups, you're not confused. You're choosing the Ace of Cups, and that's what this person is offering to you. So it looks like you're communicating this back to this person. But again, I don't know why you're making them wait. I don't think you're doing it on purpose. There's too much energy here. The two High Priestess cards we saw, the two Hermit cards. You're moving in Cup and Pentacle energy. So you're moving a bit slower until you're ready to say yes, and then you're all fire and air. So there's just I'm going to clarify why you're making this person wait, but I get a feeling it's just like you're reviewing it to make sure that it is in your best interest. Yeah, Hangman to the Seven of Wands. Maybe it's up to even 7 days for you. You're going to make this person kind of wait because, again, you're looking at it from all perspectives, or at least you're trying to figure out here if this is in your best interest. And then despite your doubts, fears, or reservations, you are moving forward. You're moving forward with the new person because upon reflection, you're like, you know what, my heart is healed enough and I'm ready to engage in this new connection, or you're ready to heal the connection with this person, whether it's your current person or your past person. Okay, I want to clarify the Tower. And then I'll try to figure out, we're going to leave the base cards on the table. And then I'm going to try to figure out why you're making this person wait. Like I said, it looks like a couple of days, but for some of you, it could be up to 7 days. Okay, keep that on reserve. You clarify. First, we'll do that Queen of Cups. See, there's that Three of Swords. And that's what's healing here. So first, let's clarify the Queen of Cups. Again, that's you, whether you're masculine or feminine. Okay. You clarify the Queen of Cups here, please, for the Scorpio collective. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Queen of Cups is clarified by the Empress, the King of Swords, and the Knight of Swords. So you could be the Empress, you could be the Emperor, you could be showing up here as the King of Swords or the Queen of Swords. I don't know. But this is two very distinct energies here. And actually, I'm clarifying your energy. So you are receiving, you are the recipient. This is not a Scorpio who's approaching this person for reconciliation. This isn't you extending the apology first. This is not you asking someone out on a date. I'm not saying you wouldn't do any of those things, but not for what's happening here. You are receiving this. The Empress is receiving, whether you're masculine or feminine. So you are receiving this communication from this individual. Tower. Tell me why the Tower is here. Tell me why the Tower is here. Five of Swords, which in the After Tarot deck, no one is fighting. Tell me more about this. One more shuffle. Thank you. Five of Swords, the Lovers, and Justice. Bottom of the deck, Two of Wands. Okay, if this is a new person, this new person, I'm not saying they're willing to fight for you, but they're willing to, if you give a little bit of resistance about, I don't know if I'm ready to date, it's not that they're willing to fight for you. They're willing to justify their interest in you. You know, it's like, oh, all right, well, we don't need to rush anything, but I just really want to take you out to dinner. You know, that's the kind of feeling. Or I just want to spend some time with you, where I'm not looking to rush anything. That's the feeling that I get here. This person wants to plan with you, and they want to have a conversation with you. King to the Queen of Swords, and then the Ace of Swords. There's your conversation. So this person wants to create some type of future plan to ask you out on a date. It's no pressure, but at the same time, it's like they're almost willing to prove to you in some way that they do want to get to know you better. If this is your past person, they feel like they need to come in and set the record straight, whether you want to take them back or not. There's something here about them trying to provide you with closure or an explanation for what happened in the connection. And if it's your current person and you did have some kind of Tower moment argument, then they're coming in with an apology. But this is an active choice on this person's behalf to do this. It's like, I need to ask you out. I don't know why. Why? What is causing this? I'm feeling this need in this person's energy of like, the past or current person, like I have to set the record straight. I have to do this, whether you're going to forgive me or take me back or not. I have to do this. And if it's a new person, again, it's not that they're willing to fight for you, but if they ask you out on a date and you say no, they're going to ask you out again. Why is this? What are the intentions here? What are the intentions here? One more shuffle. Thank you. What are the intentions here? The Two of Wands, which is that future planning. We saw that before. Oh, right there. Future planning. You have the Ten of Wands, and you have the Fool card. Bottom of the deck, the Lovers. If this is a new person, you might be a little resistant in that 10 of Wands. Like, it's going to be difficult for them to get you, you know, to go out on a date with them, but they're not going to give up. This is a persistent little bugger that won't easily take no for an answer. And if it's a past person or a current person, they know it's going to be a heavy lift to have a new chapter with you, or to continue the connection with you after whatever occurs here. But they're still making the choice to offer you this, like I said, this offer of apology or reconciliation. And they know that you might say no, but they still, I don't know why, they feel like called that they have to do this. Anything else about this person's intentions? We have the Devil, which in the After Tarot deck, interesting, because in your deck, we see two people here shackled or chained to the podium that the Devil presides over. But in the After Tarot deck, the two people are unshackled. So I'm asking for the intentions. 10 of Pentacles and the Page of Wands. Bottom of the deck, Temperance. If this is a new person, I actually like this. This is not a toxic, codependent kind of energy here. This isn't, we're asking for this person's intentions. And I don't want to say their intentions are pure, because no one's intentions are really pure, you know, but, you know, this isn't Little House on the Prairie. But there is a feeling here of not being toxic. So this is genuinely wanting to see, because I want to get to know you, Scorpio, and I want to see if maybe we have a chance in this relationship. Like, I really like you. I want to get to know you better. I want to take you out. I want to spend time with you. I want to discover. I want to explore. I want to see if there's something here. This person has a lot of feeling for you. And if it's your past person, they're coming in with, again, there's no addictive quality here or pattern or shadow within this person. This is someone who genuinely loves you and would like to see if the two of you can come back together again and move forward. And if it's your current person, this is someone who's trying to or would like to make some kind of plan with you to advance the connection forward. And at the bottom of the deck, we have Temperance. So that's the Tower. That's what you don't see coming. Someone very persistent asking you out, or a past person feeling like they need to come clean and they have to tell you how they feel about you. And whether you say yes or no will be completely up to you, but they're feeling called to contact you. And if it's your current person, this is someone who would like to take the relationship to a higher level of commitment, but it's not like they're asking you to, you know, to marry you tomorrow. That's not the feeling I get here. This is more the feeling like having discussions about the future of this relationship. And that's because they're actively interested in having a future with you. So when we look to April, we see the Devil, the Two of Pentacles, and the Eight of Cups. If it's a new connection, you're showing up differently in it. And this person is a new kind of person. Again, it's not a toxic relationship. You have walked away from that type of behavior, or from that type of connection, or from that shadow aspect of yourself that maybe made you codependent in relationships. That's not what you're doing in the new connection. And if it's your existing connection or reconnection with a past person, you're going about it differently this time. You're not reconnecting out of codependency, or you're not showing up in the current connection out of any type of shadow aspect of yourself. You have the Hangman, you have the Two of Cups, and you have the Five of Cups. But the Five of Cups in the After Tarot deck is looking at the Two of Cups. So in April, you are in connection with this person. So you can claim this person how you want, past, current, or new. But you are in connection with this person in April. Anything else you need to know here? I don't think so. It looks like you're nurturing yourself. You're spending a lot of time at home. Like I said, sprucing up your space. Yeah, anything else we need to know about that Four of Wands? I feel very much a Scorpio here who's enjoying their time alone and revamping or cleaning up or decluttering their space, like getting organized in their space. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Four of Wands is clarified by Five of Wands, Nine of Swords, and the Magician. Bottom of the deck, the Strength card. I actually think some of you will be doing that. Like, I think you will be decluttering or cleaning or organizing or maybe moving around the furniture. There's something here. It's like, it's almost like you're staying busy. Like you're pouring your energy into your space, because this is a lot of energy here. Tell me more about this here with that Star card. I saw an interview with Ray Romano. I just saw the Death card there. I saw an interview with comedian Ray Romano, and I'll make it real quick, but this is what this is giving me the feeling of. So he was on his way, I think it was 1990 or 1991, one of the last Johnny Carson shows, and he was on his way. And Johnny Carson was a really big deal at the time, okay? So to get on the Johnny Carson show was huge. And he had he was going to do a little stand-up routine. He did not have the show Everybody Loves Raymond yet at that time. And he left his notes. So they're like a block away from the studio, and he realizes, oh my God, I don't have my notes for my stand-up. And so the driver says, because the show sent a driver for him, well, I'll just take you back to the hotel. And he was like, no way, with all this traffic, there's no way we're getting back. So he exits the vehicle, and on foot, he ends up running as fast as he can back to his hotel. He gets the notes, and then he runs all the way back to the studio. And he said, before I did that, I thought in that car I was going to vomit. Like, I just had so much anxiety. I had all these thoughts racing. I was about to have like this nervous breakdown in the back of this car. This guy was about to have a full-blown panic attack. But all of that pent-up energy was something he was able to get rid of by like running all the way back to the hotel and then all the way back to the studios. So he was able to walk in very calm, cool, and collected and do his stand-up routine. Which, if he would not have done that, I don't know if he would have pulled off the routine as well as he did. And that's what he said in the interview. Like, I think that helped me get rid of all of that energy. That's what this feels like. This feels like you're doing things around house and home in the month of March to kind of get rid of all of this extra energy that you have. And it's like you're keeping yourself busy here. Tell me more about this. One more shuffle. Thank you. The Star card is clarified by the Nine of Wands, the World card, and the Nine of Cups. That's exactly what you're doing. Bottom of the deck, you have the Magician. So again, we're clarifying that Four of Wands in terms of house and home. You're spending a lot of time at home, sprucing up your space, like I said, getting it organized. And the World card in the After Tarot deck is the same as the Magician, because instead of having all four fixed signs in the corner, you have all four aces. So you've got 3 Magician cards here. So I just feel like this is a lot of energy that you're spending in the month of March. I don't know why, cleaning up or something like that, organizing your space. And with that Nine of Wands, now I see the Eight of Swords and all of that. I think this is, Nine of Swords, Five of Wands. This seems to be a way for you to like rid some energy. That seems to be what's happening here. So I'm glad that I clarified that for you. So some of you are going to have some, I guess, really spectacular clean homes in the month of March because of that. And maybe where you live in the world, it's on the precipice of spring, right? Then we have the first day of spring. So maybe you're doing some spring cleaning. That could be it if you're in the Northern Hemisphere. So let's close it out now with some oracle cards, Kippers, and then we'll get you some advice. And I'll get you advice for all 3 groups, whether it's a past, current, or new person. Can we get an oracle card here, one for each row? And if you're in the Southern Hemisphere, I think you're still taking care of house and home. And it might be because the weather is changing for you as well. So you might be getting some stuff ready outside. Okay, that's how these cards came out. Okay, first row, you have ask for your needs to be met. God and the angels can come to your aid only if you make a free will choice to be helped, and it begins by asking. So when this offer opportunity comes in and you're not sure what to do, ask for help, ask for signs, ask for synchronicities to help you figure out whether or not you should say yes or no. And then you have heart awakening, awaken to acceptance and divine love, give and receive in balance. I definitely think this is a relationship reading. It is safe for you to receive. So give and receive in balance. It is safe for you to receive. Then you have divine alchemy, move beyond your current challenges, focus on what you desire. So if you're desiring connection, this would be your opportune time then to connect with someone or to connect with this person or reconnect with them. You have quiet retreat. It's time to disconnect from the outer world so that you can discern and process your true thoughts and feelings. And I think that's what you're doing with the 2 Hermit cards when that offer comes in. And then you have forgiveness. You are on the path of light, love, and forgiveness. Father, healing is possible at this time. So whether you're reconnecting, not connecting, connecting with the new person, either way, I think you are forgiving the past and letting it go. And that's what's helping the heart to heal here. And obviously, if you're staying in connection with your current person or reconnecting with a past person, it looks like you are forgiving them. But either way, the wound here that the Scorpio collective had in terms of that emotional wound is being healed. And I think that's why all 3 groups feel like it is safe to love again. Let's get you some oracle cards here, 2 for each row. Okay, you got a bunch, but let's see what came out for that top row. You have gift, could be like that Ace of Cups, right, that you're receiving. Thoughts, because you're thinking about it. courtship, with this partnership, and then you receive that message. So yeah, that's that's exact. I should have just pulled Kipper cards in the beginning. This would have been like a four-minute video. But yeah, you receive that Ace of Cups, and you're thinking about it in terms of this partnership when you receive that message about whether or not you want to say yes or no to it. Okay, 2 cards here for the middle row. Occupation is on the side, and then you have high honor. You're not sure if you want to work on it. You're not sure if you want to move forward with it. You're not sure if you want to work on it or accept it. There's that indecision. And then you have courthouse in regards to this soul contract. Okay, we're going to take it. Courthouse, you have mature man and you have journey. And at the bottom of the deck, you have false person, distant horizons, and you have marriage. You're not sure. And that's why you're moving in pentacle energy. That makes total sense now. So in respect to this soulmate, soul bond connection, you're being very mature, whether you're masculine or feminine. And you're saying, I don't know if we can go the distance. I don't know if we're going to get to the Sun, 10 of Cups, or 10 of Pentacles. I don't know if this person is a false person or if this connection can really go the distance with that marriage card. So I'm going to wait and see. This is like time will tell. And I think that's what you're feeling here. I'm going to give this person the benefit of the doubt. And time will tell whether or not this connection can go the distance or not. At the bottom of the deck, you have bad health, main male, and main female. And then we have message. So for those of you, very much could be reconciliation, someone wanting to repair a connection here with you that's in bad health. Or like I said, your current connection, there are discussions here between you and your person to try to move the relationship forward after some difficulty. But again, whether it's past, current, or new, you're not sure if it can go the distance or not. And that explains why you're so cautiously optimistic. But I stress cautiously. You're cautiously moving towards this. Let's get advice cards here for Scorpio where this is a past person. Advice if this is a past person. 3 cards of advice now if this is the past person. This is the past person. 3 cards of advice here for Scorpio. One more shuffle. Thank you. High Priestess, listen to your intuition. Judgment, when you're making that judgment call about whether or not you want to rebirth the connection with this person and accept this offering from them. So it's your decision here to make in that Emperor energy, whether you're masculine or feminine. You get to decide whether or not you will rebirth this connection or not. And your advice is to tap into your intuition to make that decision. For your current connection where there appears here to have been some difficulties and you're making a decision now to move forward into the future together, it looks like there's some discussions about future planning. Any advice for that? One more shuffle. Thank you. For the current connection, you have the King of Swords, you have the 2 of Swords, and you have the Hermit. Do some soul searching. Bottom of the deck, 4 of Wands, Temperance, and the 9 of Cups. Yeah, because of whatever's transpired here, I mean, at some point in time left you in the 3 of Swords, which you're healing from. So you'll need to make a decision here. And the only way you'll be able to make the right decision for yourself is to do some soul searching. So it's okay to tell this person that you need some time before making a decision about whether or not you want to move forward with them. And for those of you where this is a new person who seems to be very persistent in wanting to get to know you, 3 cards of advice. One more shuffle here. Thank you. You have the Devil, you have the Page of Pentacles, and you have the 3 of Swords. Bottom of the deck, the Chariot. If you think that you can enter this new connection, if you feel like you are healed enough to enter this new connection and you're doing it because you really do want engagement and you want to get to know someone new and have that whole new experience with a relationship and you feel like you're ready for that, go ahead. If not, if you're being honest with yourself and you're like, you know what, I don't really like this person or I'm not attracted to them, but I would just rather be with anyone other than being lonely, then your answer here is no. So if for you to move forward with the offering from this person, Chariot to that Page of Pentacles, just make sure it's your yes is coming from a healed place and not from a toxic place. Like because you genuinely are attracted to them or genuinely want to get to know them and not because you're settling because you just don't want to be alone. So that is what I have for you, Scorpio. That's your reading. This is love for the month of March, and you're going to make a choice. Well, you'll be given an offer, and then it appears here you're going to be making a choice about whether or not you want to move forward with this individual. All 3 groups are telling you to go within and listen to your intuition in order to make the decision that is best for you. That is what I have for you for March 2026. If you like that message, it resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video if you're able to do that. And until I read for you again, my moon babies, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace.